wanted to pop on, and I've gotten a lot of requests for meal prep stuff. Like, how do you meal prep? How do you make it work? And how do you realistically prep your entire week for on a Sunday? So it's been a game changer for me. Sorry, I just put my book in a big pile of water. It's been a game changer for me. It's been, you know, the only reason I feel like I've been able to be successful on the reset is because I've planned a video. So, you know, now I can just grab and go throughout the week, and I feel like that's where I was failing before, because I wouldn't have anything ready for the week. So then all of a sudden in the middle of the day I'd be starving, and then I'd just eat Sydney snacks or, you know, a shake or a protein bar or whatever, and then dinner would come and I'd be too tired to cook dinner, and then I'd waste all the veggies that I bought throughout the week. And I felt like I was going to the grocery store, you know, 2-3 times a week, and now I'm going once a week and I'm using everything that I buy. I'm not wasting anything, and it's amazing. But you know, this week now I'm prepping for week 3, so it's the last week of the reset. So it might not be a very good video to show you really how a big meal prep goes, because right now the last week of this reset is pretty much just fruits and veggies. And I'm following, those of you that don't know already, I'm following the In a Crunch plan. So and I'm picking the foods that, you know, are approved on the plan that I know I like, because that was the biggest thing for me. I wasn't going to dive into this, and, you know, I'm trying new things, but I'm also having a backup for something to eat if I don't like the miso soup, or if I don't like the whatever else it's having me try. And I'm also not going to waste all the money. For example, one of the recipes was like nori rolls or something like that, and I'm like, you know, that's a lot of money for those ingredients that I know I don't like that food. I know I'm not going to feel satisfied or full after that, so I chose to prep the meal that was approved that I will enjoy, that's veggies and sweet potato or whatever. So I really put thought into planning my week. You know, what salads do I want every day for lunch? So the first part of a meal prep is sitting down. You know, they make it so easy in this plan. It gives you this book with all these recipes, and I can literally week 1, 2, and 3 sit down and look at exactly what I'm going to eat. So that was what I do first. So I did that on Friday. I sat down, and now I know every day this week what breakfast I'm having, what lunch I'm having, and what dinner I'm having. From that, I make my shopping list. And it's really easy now that I've done this for this is my 3rd week. I can just kind of go back and, you know, just make a couple fine tweaks to week 2's shopping list. So it's actually a lot easier than I thought. It's not time consuming to do this, especially when it's all right here in one book. So I did all my grocery shopping, and now I sit here with this and then my list of what I'm having each day, so I know exactly what to prep. Breakfast, I'm not prepping on this video for you. I'm really just going to show you how I prep the lunch, one of the lunches, for time purposes with her not sleeping right now. But I've washed all my fruits. This week, breakfast is just fruits. 3 cups of fruit. It's a giant plate of fruit. And so I washed all the fruit, and I use meal prep containers. So this is one of them. I got these on Amazon. These aren't very deep, so these were great for like the rice pilafs and the quinoa salads, and then I can stick like a sweet potato on here or whatever. So these were great for that. But the salads and the breakfast are they're a lot of volume of food. So I like these from Ziploc. These are a lot deeper, and I got these at Target. I've had those for a while. But so the reason I'm not prepping my breakfast in a container is the volume issue. There just wasn't enough room. I mean, you guys eat a ton of food on this plan, so like there wasn't enough room in this container for my entire breakfast. So what I tried to do that last week, and I found that my fruit got moldy because it wasn't ventilated and it was just contained all week. So I'm just washing my fruit here. I have it sitting in a bowl, soaking with rinse and everything. And then I'll just pull the 3 cups every morning of grapes or an apple or whatever I'm doing there. The mornings that I do know I'm on the go, quick out the door, like with church, it's a busy morning, or off to, you know, whatever I have going on that week, I will prep those breakfasts so I can just grab and go, because not all of them will get moldy or anything like that. It was mostly the ones that were sitting in there all week, and probably were bad eggs to begin with, the strawberries and whatnot. So that's what I'm doing this week for breakfast. I'm only putting into the containers, but at least I have it washed, ready to go. I can just grab. Now I know eyeballing how much 3 cups looks like, so that's easy. The meal that I like to prep the most, or this that I've been putting the most work into, is really the lunches, because for me that was my go-to meal that I felt like I failed on a lot, and the dinners. So I'm not cooking the dinners fully in my prep because I like to eat those fresh, and I like to sit down with my family and eat dinner if our schedules allow. But I have it all chopped, all ready to go, and in a container. So then I can just take it, dump it in the frying pan, and toss it with some olive oil, and 3 minutes later I have a fresh dinner. The one thing I do cook, I have the oven preheating right now, is all of my sweet potatoes for the week, because those are kind of time consuming. So then I have those all done for my lunches and my dinner. So then for dinner I do just heat that up and roll with it. So that's kind of what's been working for me. But for the salad, so that one of the salads I'll show you right now that I'm going to prep is the microgreen salad. And it's one of my favorite salads on this. So I'll prep it all, and then I make the dressings a double batch at the end. And then I just keep those in a mason jar throughout the week in my fridge. So these containers, I just line them up on my counter, and I know I'm eating Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Sunday, yeah, so I need 4 of these microgreen salads. So I just lay them all out, and then I get my salad, and I know now I don't have to measure, because I know exactly how much fits in this Tupperware container. So then I just, ew. Don't you hate when you get a soggy thing of lettuce? Oh my gosh, you guys, I just bought this. This is disgusting. Ew. I'm returning this to Target. This is disgusting. They're like all, well, see, real life here. So anyways, what I would do is I would take the lettuce that is not disgusting and ripped off by Target. I'll have to go there today. I hate going to Target on Sunday. Anybody else? But I would fill this side up with the lettuce. Then I would get all my veggies ready to go. I know exactly how many I need. And I need my chopper, because that's my biggest time saver. This thing, I posted about it this last week. It's like the Vidalia. I got it on Amazon. It was super cheap. So I thought it was going to be kind of a piece of junk, because it was not that expensive, but it actually works incredible. So what I do for this salad, the toppings are, I think there was a couple that I left out that I don't care for. Jicama was one, but the toppings that I did choose to have were cucumber, carrot, and red pepper. So I know for 4 of these, I'm going to need 2 cucumbers. It's a half a cucumber a piece. So then I mean, this bad boy is seriously the coolest thing ever. I just plop it in here. Oops. I chop a video. People, leave me alone. Sunday. And then I put it in a little container. So then I know I have the right amount for each salad. Let's see if that guy will fit. Sydney sleeping yet? Oh, she went to bed. Yay! It's always tricky coming home from church if she's in a nap or not, because she gets so excited there and then riled up, and then I'm like, it's either she passes out or she's like full of energy and skips her morning nap. But she was like attacking the volunteer who had Cheerios. Poor freaking girl. They probably thought we didn't feed her or something. It's always, you know, interesting to think of, like, I wish I could spy on her and see if she's like a nice girl or if she's like a bossy girl. I hope she's a good girl. So this is all I do for each one. It's so easy. I don't have to sit and chop the veggies. I don't have to sit and measure. I know, you know, I just go right down the line here. I'll show you the containers when I'm done. And now my oven is preheated, so I'll just plop the sweet potatoes in there and let those cook. Those cook for like 25-30 minutes, kind of depending on the size of the sweet potatoes. But I have loved having those all ready because it's easy and they're so time consuming that then I don't have to worry about that throughout the week. Okay, so we got that done. Got my garbage bowl. So then for these, there's about a half a red pepper per salad. So same thing, I just grabbed 2 red peppers since I need 4, and then I just chop those up. So this is 4 of my meals, and I do all 7 days, and I'm gonna probably going forward continue doing this, but I'll probably just do 5 days a week. So I'll do Monday through Friday and then kind of give myself some leeway on the weekends. And honestly, I'll probably still do almost all of these meals because they've been absolutely amazing. This 3rd week, and I'm going live tonight at 8 o'clock to kind of recap how this week went and go looking into the supplements a little bit more and what week 3 looks like. But this week is pretty much just phasing out then grains. So that won't be, I thought it would be terrible, but you guys, it's actually pretty easy. I haven't really craved much of anything. Last night I was at a wedding and I wouldn't have minded a glass of wine, but other than that, I really haven't like had any food cravings, which coming from me, who is the biggest sweet tooth snacker ever, I feel like a whole different person. It's insane. So this is what they're looking like so far. I just, oops, spilled my cucumbers. But these are perfect sizes because like they just work out great for the salad specifically in the amount of ingredients that I use because I have a separate container for each one. And I put the cucumber and red pepper on their own little container because they're, you know, wet and I don't want it to make the lettuce soggy, but apparently I chose a bad batch of lettuce. Dang it, Target. So I'll have to go get a new one of those. The other salad this week that I'm not gonna prep on this video just for time's sake and not to bore you guys to death, is a Greek salad, and that's amazing. Another dressing that I will for sure always have on hand. And that one, the lettuce is an entire head of romaine lettuce. So it's a lot of, it's a huge freaking salad. So that one is amazing, another one of my favorites. And that's topped with pine nuts. This salad that I'm making now is called the microgreen salad, and it recommends that you top it with toasted pumpkin seeds. So in the beginning of the prep, I had toasted in the oven just for like 5 minutes a whole bunch of those pumpkin seeds. So then I had them, because I looked ahead and I saw that I was going to be eating the salad quite a bit. And I toasted a whole bunch of those. So I already have those done. So that's nice. This week I don't have to worry about cooking any quinoa or anything like that because like I said, we're cutting out grains this week. But what I would be doing now in like week 2, what I did was while I was chopping all these and kind of putting them on my salad and whatnot, I had the water boiling for my quinoa to cook. And like I said, I have the oven all ready to go to pop the sweet potatoes in. And then I just take them out and I put them in a glass, you know, Tupperware or whatever, and I pull them out throughout the week as I go, or like I showed you with those Amazon containers, I toss them in there for the meals that require those. This is chopping these things like, I mean, it's amazing. Carrots are not easy to chop. Oops, I used the wrong one. Okay, so see this grid? It has like big chunks or holes. It has another filter with holes that are like a fourth of the, or like half of this size, so they shred the carrots super fine, and I thought that I like that on my salad better, but we'll roll with this for this week. So I'll just put these in the bottom, and I put the carrots on the lettuce side because they're not something that would make the lettuce soggy. So I'll just put those over there, and I'll top it with the lettuce after I go get new lettuce from Target that's not moldy and gross. But then I have the dressing on the side, so that's all ready to go. I don't have to worry about that. I just pull that out as I go. If I was like running an errand or something like that, I just put it in a separate container and take it with me. I actually ate in my car quite a bit last week, and I never had any issues with taking stuff on the go. I just had my big old salad bowl with a lid and my little, I have these tiny little Tupperware cups. They're like little ramekin sizes, and I would just pour my dressing in there. Or if it wasn't going to be very long, I'd just mix it up and roll with it. But these microgreen salad, what I was going to say about the pumpkin seeds is it wants you to put it on the salad, but I've been eating them on the side, kind of like as a snack. It feels sort of like chips or something. They're just, I tossed them with a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt, so it's just a little salty snack for me, and I kind of like it on the side. So I just pull those out as I go to throughout the week, but that's all that this salad is, and minus dumping some lettuce in there. I mean, and I've been talking for majority of the time, but that's it for 4 meals out of my week. Like I said, breakfast was already ready to go. And then all I would do now that I have my cutting board and my chopper out and my knives dirty and all that stuff, I don't have it pulled out of my fridge right now, so I'll spare you, you know, the boring details, but I would just sit here and I'd chop out my veggies. So the dinners that I'm gonna choose for this week are different kinds of veggie stir fries, pretty much for the most part. And so all I do then is I take out my separate glass Tupperware, and I have all my chopped broccoli in one, all my chopped carrots in another, all my chopped red peppers in another. Oh, and then the bisque is the other one too. And with the bisque, you can pre-boil all of the sweet potatoes. So that's another thing I've been doing throughout the week, or I'll just use them from my baked supply here. But any little thing then I can just grab each container, and then I'll just toss it in the frying pan with a little bit of Bragg's amino acids or some olive oil or anything like that, and my dinners are done in like 5 minutes, and I only dirty 1 pan. So throughout the week, the only dishes that I have are these containers when I'm done, or actually I end up dumping these into a bowl because the salad's just plump full, and then I can mix it all together and toss it with the dressing. But as far as like dishes go, I'm not prepping anything else. Like I only have to wash my cutting board once, I only have to wash the chopper once, I only have to wash any of that stuff once. And it's been so huge for me and my time and my schedule and making it realistic to stay on track with this. But so I'm gonna go cook my sweet potatoes now. I'll have to go get more lettuce later. But as far as the Greek salad, I can't put that because it's an entire bag, or it's an entire head of romaine lettuce, so that won't fit in one of my prep containers. So I'm having that for lunch today, so I'll show you what it looked like. It might be in my other fridge. This is not, we have a fridge in our garage, so I've been putting the extra stuff in there because my husband's not doing this, so we have two totally separate things. As you can see, this is his lettuce. I had to put his name on it. But so I would chop the entire head of romaine, put it in a Ziploc bag, put my name on it so it was mine, and then I would just grab this, toss it in a bowl with the Greek salad, the Greek dressing, and the pine nuts and the cucumbers. And I'm skipping the olives because I don't like olives, but that's what I've been doing prep-wise for this. So then I don't have to chop any lettuce, and it stayed fresh all week. I didn't have any issues with that. But so that's super easy to prep also. All I have to do is just chop it up and toss it in a Ziploc, and I'm good to go. So that's kind of how my meal prep looks for this week, and kind of how I've done it in the past weeks a little bit as well, with the grains and things like that. Like if I was doing brown rice or quinoa, I just have that going right now while I was doing this. And then the oats, when I did that first week, those of you that were curious about that, I used my mason jars, and then these lids. So I put all my oats in just a small mason jar, and then these plastic lids, I got them both at Target. So I just have my 7 mason jars lined up, and then I'd have my bag of oats, my yogurt, and my fruit, my blueberries I chose, and I would just measure out, and I'd go down the line, and I'd do half a cup of oats, half a cup of yogurt, and then top it with a cup of fruit, and then put the lid on, pop it in the fridge. So it was so easy to just grab and go with that all week. But it's just fruit, like I said, this week, and so I don't have to worry about that. But that's how I did that in the past. So I hope that helps. That's kind of just a sneak peek. But really, the key to it all is, like I said, sitting down with something like this. You know, if you're part of any of our groups, or if you're already working with another coach, you know, we've got meal plans up the butt for you. Like, so many meal plans. It's incredible. Like, from grilling meal plans to mason jar meal plans to salads to free clean eatings all over the place. Different types of them. Ones that are kid-friendly, ones that are paleo, ones that are vegetarian. I mean, you name it. But finding a meal plan and then just sitting down and not worrying about following it to a T. Like this, I haven't cheated. I'm following it to a T, but it gives me so many options that I'm able to sub for things that I really will enjoy. Instead of sitting here and looking at, you know, okay, well, this other side suggested that I had nori rolls for dinner, or I don't even know what another one was that I didn't like. Miso soup. But I'm not gonna starve, and I don't like miso soup, so I'm gonna freaking eat a veggie stir fry and a sweet potato because it's also approved. You know, so look ahead and see what you're gonna like, what's gonna, maybe your family will enjoy as well, and that you can cook for your whole family at the same time. So I hope that helps, and I'll kind of dive in, like I said, to the challenges I faced this last week, as well as how I felt, my results so far at the end of week 2, and kind of more looking into the supplements tonight at 8 o'clock, and answer any questions if you guys have any. Let me know. I hope you guys have a great Sunday.